Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a grand campaign event for you. First round is going to be the Andersons counterattack. The 12th Virginia is going to be leading the CSA campaign side on Union, and the Free States Iron Brigade is going to be leading the USA campaign on CSA side. Yes, they are swapped sides from what they normally are for both rounds, and for that second match it's going to be on the Dunker Church. Free States Iron Brigade is going to be leading Union campaign on CSA again, and then the CSA campaign will all be kind of working together on the Union side for the second round. Anyways, before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So, regiments for today. On the Union campaign side, playing on the CSA, you have the 42nd Pennsylvania, 30th Ohio, Hampton's Legion, Free States Iron Brigade, Pickett's Brigade, 59th New York, 28th Massachusetts, 3rd United States, Conscripted Virginia Army, and the Irish Volunteer Brigade. And the CSA campaign side, playing on Union for both rounds, you got the Colquitt's Brigade, 11th Mississippi, 1st Delaware, 30th North Carolina, 12th Virginia, and the Russian Legion. So, with that all being said, server pop for the fight is 278, dead even on numbers. You don't see that too often, so good job on balance there. In terms of artillery, the Union has it, CSA doesn't. Union's taking 8, so infantry imbalance is going to be an 8-man infantry imbalance in favor of the CSA side. Frontline reporters today representing the CSA campaign. Playing on the USA side, you have Flores here from the 11th Mississippi, and then representing our USA campaign, who's on CSA for both rounds, you have Uncle Dragon, who's already dead, from the 28th Massachusetts. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. And if you're playing in this match, whether it be recording and uploading later or live streaming, send me a link and I'll put that in the pinned comment of the video. So, Anderson's counterattack. It's a 5% ticket advantage to the attacking CSA side. The weaponry the CSA has on this map, they have the 2nd and the 4th North Carolina both have the option at the Enfield, the Springfield 55, but more importantly, the Springfield 42s, which shoot buck and ball shots and acts as a shotgun. So very good for this wooded map. Union defense has the 9th New York with the Springfield 61 and the 89th New York with the Enfield. So that was a volley. I don't know how well all the individual shots picked up as it was flying through the screen, but that was a heck of a volley. But Union defensive line, you got Colquitt's Brigade on the right side, moving to the center, Russian Legion, 12th VA, 1st Delaware, and the 11th Mississippi holding the extreme left. CSA attacking pattern is relatively simple. They will engage the Union as much as they can in the wood line. Union, as we saw a moment ago, they're holding on some rocks, and those rocks are where Union needs to hold. If Union loses that position, it's going to be fairly bad for them. Now, you can see some charging. 9th Corps is pushing some CQB, 12th VA guys. Rather, 12th VA artillerymen are being pushed out. CQB shifting into assist. And the point is right on this artillery, which is why you see the Union rolling the guns, or at least attempting to roll the guns back. Now, it's a nice map for CSA because obviously they have the advantage of the shotguns in the woods. That's always going to work well for you. But on top of that, if CSA's having issue in the woods, they can push out onto the point and early cap it and force the defenders to leave the position in the woods. But of course, you got to try the thing that makes the most sense first, and that is play aggressive. HL's pushing up, Iron Brigade behind. And Union position to defend.
Remember the Alamo!
It looks like they're trying to sneak around, charge in on Union left, just barely in bounds there. And so a couple CSA left on that side. CSA not really charging on the other side. Union's got to countercharge this to try to get some CSA flags. And that's 2 down flags for CSA. Huge hold by Union. You can already tell in the ticket amount that it's working real well for the Union side. I mean, it's always a curious thing. This is what happened. I mean, we saw this map in this very event, the same event a few weeks ago, and the same thing happened to start the match. CSA pushed up to these rocks, and Union countercharged. I think the thing is when CSA has to go around the rock, they can't really go up it, because if they go up it, they'll be shot, but it's not the easiest thing to go over. So you go around the rocks. They're going through a really tiny area here. I mean, it's out of bounds. It's not even in bounds, like I mentioned a moment ago. It's out of bounds. So they're charging out of bounds, and they're all really crammed up, and Union can just file shots into a tiny area and hold, you know, really a choke point. And so it's difficult for CSA to push through. CSA lose a bunch of manpower, and then Union countercharges and pushes them out. So you almost wonder if CSA should maybe attempt to try to go over here or try to early cap the point. I mean, either option works. Now, based on what we saw in the event a few weeks ago, which these sides were flipped, the guys on Union were playing CSA and vice versa as well. Could very much see the CSA side just go up to these rocks again, especially considering they have some down flags. Looks like only one of them is down for now.
Bro, I didn't. Maybe that was my mistake. I didn't think they would go through the, you know, through the rocks. I thought they would fight.
Man, it's wild. It got super cold where I was at, and so I had to turn up the heat in my apartment. This was like a day or two ago, and now it's become very warm outside again. The reason why I'm saying this, I just had to take off a sweatshirt because it's getting hot in my room. But man, weather's crazy. I don't get it. It's like, make up your mind already. You know, it's getting close to winter time, and I want winter, especially when it snows and then it goes away. I think it's like 50, 60 degrees, which is absurd when it was, you know, 25 a week ago, but oh well. I guess the roads are nice. You can't complain about that. Oh man. So both sides forming back up. In particular, CSA is grouping up rocks on their side. A lot of guys moving out of their main spawn right now, heading in that same direction. Now, CSA most likely is going to do the same thing. You know, it didn't work the first time, but you have a down flag there, so you at least got to maybe get up there and try to get it out. CSA could try to sit back and do a shootout, but the rifles are going to be more accurate than the buck and ball. Which, I mean, they can switch from buck and ball to the round ball shot. But that's, you know, still not going to be better than a rifle. CSA is all grouped up. Uniforms match well with the fall theming here, which, again, very close to winter. Very close. You play Christmas music before Thanksgiving, at least in America, you're wrong. That's a bad thing to do. So close. But CSA's got to go. I mean, they're formed up. The only group that they have that is off doing other stuff is FSB. They're more just skirmishing at distance here. Union already still trying to roll stuff back. And then you have a couple of CQB guys on the point. Surely they'll go any second. I mean, their officers communicate in a Steam chat. So they probably aren't talking strategy outside of, alright, let's move. Probably aren't talking too much deep strategy. But looks like they're going to push up 42nd and 30th into the front. Going to push up to these rocks again. I assume the rest of CSA is following. Yes, they are. Well, that was a little bit of a volley there from Union. I mean, even if CSA charge around this side, they're still stuck in a little choke point. I mean, you can see 30th North Carolina has a beautiful line, and they're ready for them. Here they come. That's a very brave flag bearer. CSA starting to break through, though. Union flags are down, 2 of them. But Union reinforcements trickles in, picks up those flags, and reinforces the line. I mean, the Union right looks like it held perfectly fine, but Union not really countercharging as much, was a much better charge. CSA retreated their flags just to keep them safe, except for that one flag that pushed really far forward for some reason. That's down there. So CSA is going to have a down flag behind Union lines.
Get your legs, people.
And that is not good. Not good at all. I assume that's CSA flag. I guarantee a Union guy would pick it up if that's the case, but CSA is going to get formed up again. They hit engage. Union up a fourth of morale stage. And the cycle again continues. I mean, the two charges has not worked for the CSA side as they would want. The tickets appear a little closer, at least after the second charge. So, I mean, maybe CSA will go at it again. But still plenty of time and tickets left for both sides.
Look out, boys.
I mean, what, CSA's got to go through all of engage, taking losses, breaking before they're in their final stage. So they can keep repping this until something major, something else happens anyways. The Union side chat is talking about how this is the new zombie mode, with a horde of CSA just going straight in, which CSA doesn't stop. The moment they push up, they go in. They're still having guys move in from main. I mean, it's going to take you a few minutes, but, I mean, time's not really a concern right now. Both sides dealing a significant amount of damage to the other side in terms of tickets.
Full kits. Load that fucking
check. That's the wrong line, gentlemen. The line on the behind you. Not on the rock behind you here. The line is gone.
I mean, we'll see what CSA does again. I mean, you understand why they're doing what they're doing. It just makes sense, but Union's had a strong defense so far. This is what we saw the last time we saw this map as well. And I mean, for CSA to break out of it, they early capped the point. It forced Union out. Then CSA was able to charge in the woods and win the woods. At that point, Union reacted and formed a long defensive line on the half-stone wall, which kept CSA at bay for a while, but it was enough for CSA to win the game eventually. So maybe we'll see CSA do some type of move like that. Time will tell, though.
HL ready?
Hey, is my bayonet sharp? Can you feel it really quick? Can you touch it with your finger?
HL to the left, go.
There you go again. Again, they have a lot of tickets to burn, so they can keep doing this and seeing if it works. I mean, time's going to tell, but here they go. Are they all going? No, they're doing a split charge here. HL and IVB, 3rd US, are going to hit Colquitts.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Brace, gentlemen, brace!
And kind of a minor engagement, at least compared to what we got over there. CSA, Union, not as much of a defensive line, but will they still hold? CSA recovered that down flag. Quit timing out like a madman. Oh, never mind. He didn't go out all the way. Templars got it, though. Get stabbed once. There he goes. So, Colquitts ended up losing the charge there. But Union reinforcements, Prussian Legion, going to be able to push through that. And they should be able to recover their flag. Tickets not any improved for the CSA side. Still down a flag, too. And that is not good if you're CSA side. Half morale stage down. I think if you're CSA, you got to try to change something up at this point. I mean, that's 3 charges now, and, you know, that seems like, you know, you have a lot of tickets and a lot of time, but, you know, it's a certain point where something's been tried a few times. It just hasn't worked for this match, and so you got to adapt what you're doing. And so CSA should either full send the left side of the woods from their perspective, Union, right? It's where we saw that little charge between HL, IBB, and 3rd US versus Colquitt's. CSA could try to charge at that point instead of the rock. Or, I mean, they could try to push and get an early cap, send some guys out to try to early cap it. We saw, though, earlier in the match when CSA sent about a 5-10-man group that way to early cap, Union responded instantly. Colquitt's brigade shifted that way to prevent the cap.
Aim down the line.
And so that's just a good play from Union's side here to at least keep the black timer going. And I mean, if Union's going to commit that many resources to trying to make sure the point is held, you know, CSA, you got to think you send a group out there, force a Union group to pull off, or 2 groups to pull off, and then have everyone else charge in. Again, that's what worked last time. We saw this map, but sides are flipped. So, I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, a ticket difference is not getting any better. I don't even know if the ticket gain actually improved in CSA's favor in the after the second charge. It kind of looked like it did, but when you hit a new morale stage like Union hit engage, it's like you'll stay in a full bar visually for a while, and then you'll start dropping. It's like the bars are longer than what we see. Neither good or bad, just is what it is. But CSA not immediately all going on that right side. HL starting to shift extreme left. You got IB kind of going up on the left side of the woods. HL is bringing a good amount of numbers. No flag, though. So it looks like they're going to try to cap. Will Union respond to this cap? Colquitt shifts backwards. Now, Union can cap the point from these rocks here. It's a nice little spot to be. You can see the skirmishers for Colquitt's. You know, it's nice that they have skirm in their name. Helps us out here.
Oh my gosh, there are bullets all around me.
But even though they can cap there, not enough numbers. CSA looks like they're committing more forces, now bringing out a flag, seeing the coast is clear. And so CSA is going to early cap the point. Hello, Artie. And so Colquitt is shifting, still too far back to at least be on the point. I assume this is FS. No, it's 3rd US have pushed up on the side. So when CSA early caps the point, black timer is going to stop. Gold timer will begin. Since the defenders are engaged, it's going to be a 12-minute gold timer. If CSA holds for the whole 12-minute timer, they will win the game. But, you know, an early cap, even though you can't hold and win, that might not always be the intent of an early cap. You could throw off the defenders' positioning with that, force the defenders to move where they don't want to, make them leave an area so you can try to take that spot easier. Bring everyone's tickets down while the black timer's not ticking down. I mean, there's a lot of good uses for an early cap. That doesn't mean it's always the best, because during a counterattack, if the Union side retakes the point and they're down on tickets, they're not. So, again, there's no downside to a CSA early cap here. But if Union was down on tickets and they retook the point, they would regain up to where CSA's at and be even with them. But again, doesn't apply in this situation since CSA is down a lot. So, CSA... now consider the defending team trying to hold the point, Union, the attacking team trying to counterattack and retake that point. We'll see how the Union side wants to play this. Now, something to note, right, with that CSA being defense, Union being attackers, their last stage is flip. So CSA can hit last stand, Union can hit final push. It's only important if the Union can force CSA in the last stand to retake, then they win. But Union lines pushing out, not immediately retaking the point, get into a shootout. CSA volleys there. pretty much. And I don't know if this means a distraction, but I mean, Union lines still not on point, pushing closer to CSA, which if I were CSA, maybe Union's trying to bait CSA in for a charge, because this is a really far out position that CSA could try to take advantage. We saw with the Hagerstown Turnpike match a few weeks ago, where I think 11 Mississippi was the leading token. They pushed really far forward as CSA towards the end of the game, and it did not work for them. But they're at least keeping distance. CSA, at least shooting it out, not pushing forward. That opportunity's gone since Union's kept their distance. They could still charge that, obviously, but Union's going to have more of a reaction time. And I mean, I almost wonder, generally if you're a defender, you want to retake the point here as quickly as possible. Just because you want that black timer to go down to 0. You want it to keep ticking down. It's not right now. But as it stands right now, this match has really become a game of tickets and not a game of time. War of Rights matches generally go down to one of those two ways. Either time is the most important thing or tickets is the most important thing. And just because CSA is down 3/4 of a morale stage with still a good amount of time left, this match is really a tickets game. And so I think Union's like, let's not do anything crazy. Let's not overreact to this. Let's just stay put where we're at. And, you know, maybe we can try to shoot CSA down on point, knock them down with artillery and, you know, Colquitts, and then we're going to push up and try to retake without fully committing a lot of our guys to charge out the point. Because if we do that, CSA just pushes up through the woods and they can take our side. But generally, if you're an attacker here, you want to aggressively hold the point. Now, they still have it, but I'm surprised that more than half the team is just sitting back in a shootout. I mean, they're getting kills, that's for sure, but I don't know if it's evening that ticket gap at all. Which is, you know, if CSA can't even out the tickets here, that's going to be concerning.
Loud. Football.
8.5 minutes left. CSA close to taking losses. Nice little area here, nice little view.
Keep shooting, boys. Keep shooting.
Sometimes you just look at the game, it's a beautiful thing. Wow.
We're better than them. We're better than them, boys. Keep shooting.
I mean, Union's going to have to commit some more forces. I know you can cap from the edge of the woods here if you're CSA. I'm pretty sure you can. Or it might be more up here, if anything, which, I mean, 12th VA mostly close there. Russian Legion here as well. They're starting to shift. I mean, a good amount of guys, actually. And looks like with Russian Legion shifting, that's going to start to take the point back for the Union. So, good response from Union. CSA inching forward, seeing Union at least starting to take it back. That means they're, you know, on the point and not on this extreme side, but they're not fully committing. I mean, they still have 11 Mississippi holding with some 30th North Carolina guys in reserve, but they're holding on the rocks, and CSA might be a little weary to charge that only by themselves. But with the Union taking it back, CSA is going to counter by putting more guys on the point. Iron Brigade now shifting to put guys on the point with 8 shell. 9th Corps or 20th Mass here as well. I don't know if these guys on the left side are on point. But CSA shift 42nd and 30th, shift from the right. Flores wants to take advantage, try to flank. 11 Mississippi is going to go, and this is ballsy as heck. Whole CSA team's committing to the point. They don't see 11 Mississippi.
Hey, boy.
Really, I mean, I don't think they charged in with their flag. 30th North Carolina's going in. That looks like it was more of a distraction than maybe try to keep CSA off point for a little bit. but it does not work. Union's charging center now.
S1. Who are you, you stinky man? Hey, you stinky man. There's another one. There come on.
Forward, you dogs, to victory!
And CSA winning in the woods, starting to pour back out, but there's a lot of Union here.
Oh, you're just there. Never mind.
I don't know how Union's not retaken yet. Those guys have to be on point there, my guess. And point teetering, still being held by CSA. CSA end up winning the charge too. Look at that. It did not look promising a moment ago. 5 minutes left on the gold timer. Union reinforcements arrive. 11 Mississippi is back in the action. And they're holding up on the edge of the point, trying to retake. The crazy part about this whole thing is USA still up by a half morale stage, which if you're Union side, that's got to be a good thing. Also, IVB is balancing over from CSA to Union. It is a 14-man infantry imbalance right now, including artillery. That's a 19-man infantry imbalance, and the fact that Union side is putting up this much of a good fight, really, it just makes their winning so far more impressive. They're starting to take point back. CSA is committing as many of their resources, or manpower rather, to try and hold the point. Look at that. The dark blue uniforms at this time of day in game, they look so good. Just dark blue, it's a beautiful thing.
Keep it shooter. They're just running in. They can't do anything. Keep shooting.
It's not that you Europeans care about American football, but if you look up Michigan versus Alabama in the Rose Bowl game, the Michigan uniforms, it's a maize and blue color, but it's a dark blue. When it starts to turn night, they just look so good. Just like this here. So, Union's going to read... Oh! CSA stop at last second. Get enough main spawns up here. Union already gets some nice shots, but I mean, the imbalance is definitely going to favor CSA in terms of just holding manpower on the point. If the CSA has raw numbers, if their whole team's on point, same with Union, CSA is just going to have more manpower. And I'm pretty sure you win point based on, you know, how many people you have on versus the percentage of your team, although that would be interesting. However, that's a huge hold for CSA. 3 minutes left on the gold timer. Union continuing the shootout. They almost had it back. If Union takes this point back, they're probably going to win the game, my guess. But CSA, I think they've got to throw everything into trying to hold this, because you're still losing tickets, right? You're almost at a whole morale stage at this point. And I mean, that's huge props to how Union's been playing the game, but you know, the point is what matters. And so Union has to find a way to win that. And it looks like they're shifting a good amount of their guys back into the woods, maybe going to charge on the side. Huge blob of guys here. Russian Legion, 12th VA, 30th North Carolina on the right side of this wood force. 11th Mississippi going around for a flank again. CSA does have Iron Brigade holding the right. They do see the movement starting to shoot, heavily outnumbered. 2 minutes left on the counterattack. CSA reinforcements shift 42nd and 30th, but that does leave the flank open. Union's going to exploit this.
Get into them 40 seconds.
Focus charge on the right.
So Union getting a little bit of edge in the woods. Starting to gain a little edge on the point. CSA reinforcements are rolling in though. Point starting to head back in Union's way. Union have completely won in the woods, it looks like, and they're going to start pouring out any second. And Union looks like they've won it. 1 minute left on the gold timer, but this should be good. If CSA has more bodies on point when the gold timer hits 0, assuming Union doesn't retake by that point, CSA will win, but they're all spawning in at main. That's not going to matter, and that's a huge hold for the Union side. Union tried a couple different things there, and it ended up working out for them in the end. We can briefly look. In balance is now perfect again, thanks to the IVB. Irish Volunteer Brigade for balancing there. Helps out a lot with that, but now the CSA side is going to be in a really, really bad spot.
I personally wouldn't respawn. I hate that shit.
And so that's huge. Overtime is going to begin. Since Union's got more bodies and that goal timer hits 0, they'll retake, not regain any tickets since they're up already. And Union is up by about 2/3 of a morale stage, maybe a little more right now. And so that's huge. CSA has been winning the ticket fight the whole game. Now, CSA, they have 25.5 minutes on the black timer. A lot of time to still do stuff. If they want to make this a shootout, they'll have the time. But again, it's a concern of tickets. Regardless of what has happened this match so far, the Union side has been able to win on tickets. And you know, that makes it really difficult for the CSA side to try to... Oh, hello. Look at that landscape, though. That's beautiful. I was driving through Iowa recently. The farmland there is beautiful along the highway going across the state. That's something. But Union pulls back. Traditional spot. They reset. If Union hits their next stage of breaking, CSA can instantly win when they cap the point. But Union having a lot more tickets than CSA going to fiercely defend. Obviously, they're going to fiercely defend regardless, but it's not like... I mean, Union's just going to keep pouring in on the point if it gets to that time. And so we'll see how CSA wants to play this. CSA, I don't think should early cap the point. As mentioned earlier, right, CSA will become the defending team. Union will become the attacker. CSA, again, becomes the defender. They'll hit last stand in their next stage. If they hit that and Union retakes, they win instantly. So CSA unlikely to early cap at this point. They will most likely force Union into breaking before they themselves hit final push. Which final push will drop the black timer down to a few minutes. They'll still have infinite spawns, but they'll just have limited time. And so CSA could just charge this and get Union down to breaking, reform, and go into point and try to win a charge there to take point. And at that point, they'd hit final push. The only concern for that, though, is if you're the CSA side, you don't want to hit final push if you do charge in. Now, you can get a shootout going, and that's going to slowly bring everyone's tickets down. Union's been able to edge out on the shootout, but generally, shootouts don't bring you down a whole lot of tickets.
You can stand close together. You have nothing to fear except a...
But CSA mostly forming up behind the rocks. Union has guys somewhere on the point, I presume, somewhere in the woods here. And that's a good idea for Union. You don't want CSA to have a couple guys trickle up onto the point and start pre-capping it so that when you hit breaking, not that Union's close to it at all, but it's still, I think, a good thing to have. It's going to take more manpower for CSA to take, and it's going to take twice as long. And so, for now, they're going to keep the shootout going. Union, they're just going to sit back. What do you expect?
Не, за монголов да, тут, ребят, надо отбить.
So Union a fourth of morale stage to breaking. CSA, yeah, they're playing this slow. And you can't blame them. The charges have negatively affected them tickets-wise, and if you're CSA, you want to have as many tickets possible when Union hits breaking. The thing is, too, is if you're CSA, you're giving yourself time to think about a strategy that you want to go about this match, or the rest of this match. The thing is, too, is once you hit Union the breaking, you have to try to win the point there. You can't shoot it out or try to take position in the woods at that point. And the reason is you'll hit final push way before Union ever hits last stand. And as a result, you'll just run out of time. So, I mean, we'll see. We will see indeed. But Union does have some movements in the back of their line. Colquitt's brigade starting to shift around. And looks like they're trying to take some shots at some CSA who are getting out in the open field. Usually don't see too much fighting over here. 59th, 9th Corps, FSB over here. I remember it used to, at least when I was playing this game actively, I mean, you can argue if I'm playing the game right now, but when I was in a regiment, I remember fighting a lot on these rocks over here. And I remember someone getting stuck, like, in these rocks. Like, they would spawn in, like, right there or something. Or right there, and they get stuck. And they had to leave the game, or the officer would team kill them. And the officer didn't want to TK him because, you know, you're losing tickets. And every ticket matters, especially, I mean, right now, for CSA side, every ticket matters. For both sides, really. So, Union very close to breaking. CSA should try to send a couple guys onto the point to cap it. It looked like it's... Can you cap the point from out here? These boundaries are so weird. But it's a good idea. You know, they're in cover. They're capping point. You know, I can't blame. I wish there was a button that I could hit that would show if it's on the point or not. Or, like, the map boundaries. Be so nice. But Union see that, realize they're about to hit breaking. They respond and move out. 11 Mississippi, mostly shifting that way. Russian Legion and 30th North Carolina still holding in the woods. CSA could try to end around and get by the Union flank and take the woods, but then Union would just set up on this half-stone wall looking this way. And that means CSA would probably have to charge to the open. They could charge over here, but I mean, that's a pretty wide flank, and I think out of balance for them is here. So, CSA will take the ground, though. And a shootout's not going to do much for CSA at this point. It'll lower Union tickets, but it's not going to lower Union a whole lot. But CSA on the rocks, most of them HL, 42nd, 30th Ohio, CVA. And they're starting to get formed up here. And will Union react? They just turn around. 30th North Carolina shifting that way. Union team, big line over here. Colquitt's, though, gets notified and is shifting this way into the wood line. That's a heck of a volley. It only got like one or two, though. But, I mean, a lot of those shots are going to miss. You shoot a buck and ball shot. That's like, I think, 4 shots going out. And... I mean, a lot of those are going to miss. It's a shotgun. Ain't the greatest thing at long distance, but DSA is actually starting to drop through breaking a considerable amount. I mean, it looked like they were up by, you know, a fourth of a stage, but it does not look like that right now. But I guess that's not surprising with Union winning the ticket shootout the entire time. So CSA is going to outright have to win 2 charges on the point. Union drops into breaking. Pickett's brigade pushing up really close. And Union line shifts as a result. CSA starting to move around Pickett's brigade. And, I mean, they've been able to hold some charges, so it's possible. But you got to win 2 charges, right? You got to win the initial charge to take point. And then Union main spawns are going to move in, and you got to win that, too. And so CSA not trying to outright charge Union, but they're just trying to take the point by normal means. Union starting to do what they did earlier with these poor 9th Corps guys in CVA about to be run over. 30th North Carolina on the extreme Union left. Colquitt's brigade closer. Pickett's brigade shifts to meet. Meanwhile, Union center charging. 11 Mississippi is going to go straight in. They want to hit CSA to final push now and throw them off the field. Union collapsing from the opposite side, but CSA shifting to 11 Mississippi, and they don't see the Union behind them. But I think CSA wants the point because they saw the Union in the wood line. They hit final push, infinite spawns, clock dropped down to a little more than 3 minutes. Here come Union from the woods. No way. What a shot on those 2 flags. They get the CSA going to take the game. Union has one little respawn wave. They're just sitting. It's the artillery guys there with the flag. CSA still taking. Little last respawn wave for CSA pushes up, and that's going to... Wow. What a win for CSA. I don't think you could have played better if you're the Union side there, especially being down that many guys. And, wow. I was a little surprised, too, because Union charged in the woods, and CSA kind of just ignored them and went for the point. But, I mean, Union split themselves up there, and CSA just punched out on one side, exactly what you should do when you're encircled in this game. Because there's even numbers all around you, that means they're going to be thinner line, and if you just punch out, you'll probably break through. Wow. And, I mean, that's got to suck if you're the Union side. You nearly did everything right. But, you know, in the end, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. CSA get the win in the end. And, you know, you can play a really crappy game, just like my college football team did and won last second with a field goal. You can play a really crappy game, and you know your opponent can play well, but in the end, it does not matter. Good job to CSA. They found a way to win, and that is all that matters in the end. We'll see you all shortly for round 2. Here we are with the start of our second match, the Dunker Church. Server pop for this is 295. Union up by 3 in terms of artillery. Each side has the choice of having it, or some may say the privilege. CSA had taking 5 on that. Union taking 13. Infantry in balance is going to be 5 in favor of the CSA side as a result. This map, it's 42% ticket advantage to the attacking Union side. Union has the 72nd Pennsylvania with the Enfield and the Springfield 61. And they got the 28th Pennsylvania with the Springfield 61. Meanwhile, CSA defense, they have the 2nd South Carolina with the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 61. And the 30th Virginia with the option of the Enfield Springfield 55, but they also have the Springfield 42. So, generally how this map plays, Union side likes to hit the extremes. They'll either go down the extreme Union right and try to get into the woods, or go down the extreme Union left and get into the woods. You can see the common theme in those. They want to get into the woods. They get into the woods, they cause chaos, even though CSA has the buck and ball. I mean, Union's up 42% on tickets. And, you know, that's just a lot. That's really, you can just throw bodies against the wall, and that's going to overcome that buck and ball advantage that CSA has, which that type of balancing should be applied to the rest of the maps. If one side has buck and ball and the other side doesn't, give the side who doesn't have it more tickets. But, alternatively, Union can push up the center. Union likes to get up and get into this corner position, as they call it, the nipple spot, because it is right next to the point, the Dunker Church. It is not on point, but it's a nice little position to have. Artillery, though, really likes to pound that spot. You got CSA artillery there. My game is jittering when I zoom in. I might quickly reset in a second. That happens sometimes, though, when, you know, you switch map packs, which this is starting to happen more and more lately, and I don't know why. So, before anything gets too crazy, I will reset quickly. We'll be right back. Alright, apologies for that, but looks like we're back to the smoothest conditions. This game is a great game. No bugs, no issues at all. Like mentioned before, by mentioned before, I mean in a couple broadcasts ago, which is probably not the right thing to say there then, but it used to be you couldn't even switch between the map packs. When you played an event, you were like, okay, we're doing Antietam map set and these two skirmish maps from that map pack. You couldn't play Anderson's Counterattack from the South Mountain pack and then Dunker Church on the Antietam map pack. So, anyways, from what I've been noticing is that the Union side tried to push up a little bit, and they got immediately pushed off. Union also sometimes likes to hold in the center area here. It's a nice little defilade to hold before pushing up to that point area. It's more of a conservative approach there. But Union, their whole team, it doesn't really look like on this left side. They are very slightly defilated here. And so that's why Union's holding there. And they're getting to a shootout with the CSA side. And CSA is just smartly keeping their distance, hiding back in the woods, hiding back behind some defilades. You know, if Union's going to not engage you at close range, there's no real reason to shoot it out because Union's probably going to win on the tickets. And Union, realizing this, is going to push up right away. And it's just a good response from the Union side. CSA seeing that's going to respond. Oh boy, Union has a nice defilade here that they like to hold him, but CSA can kind of surround them. That's why Union spread out as they are. CSA going in from multiple sides. Here we go. Oh, CSA stop. I thought they were going to go up and try to take shots. Can they even see him from here? Ah, here they go. Nice little volley there. 42nd and 30th over here with 9th Corps and FSB. They're going to stay on top of here. I mean, they're shooting into a bull right now. This is something. Nice arty shot, though, from Union. That's going to help out a lot. CSA right side, you got HL. And then the extreme right, you got Pickett's Brigade with some 3rd US. So, I mean, they're shooting into a bull. Union does have a defilade, and CSA does have to walk out into, you know, they got to put themselves visible. Nice shot from CSA already. I mean, that's the thing. If you're a Union guy, you can just aim at a spot and wait for CSA guy to run up, and then you take your shot. But Union's... And it's a great... I don't know. It's an okay spot. It's a neutral spot. It's good and bad. Has its positives and negatives. But it is getting CSA's tickets down. Union, I mean, about even with CSA, maybe slightly down. And I mean, CSA as a result, at least on the CSA left, is going to back off. CSA right still holding fiercely here. 9th Corps shifting over to this right side. I mean, CSA sometimes, and they might do this shortly, they like pushing up to this straight fence here. Again, provides a level cover with the flank, especially since the Union left has been completely kind of shattered here. So I would expect that shortly, especially Pickett's Brigade and 30th North Carolina over there. Meanwhile, CSA left get formed back up. FSIB pushing up into that nipple position. Again, it's going to give them at least a little bit of an angle on some of the guys there while still being in cover. And it looks like Union's going to pull off.
There's a cannon being rolled.
But you got to consider that a success if you're Union. You're slightly down tickets, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's about to a third to a half morale stage where it becomes an issue, which is what we kind of saw last round, but not the case as of yet. You can see CSA have pushed up to that straight fence where you would expect that. CSA already gets another nice shot in. I hope that was CSA already anyways. It'd be a real shame if that was Union artillery. Although I don't know which gun for CSA shot that. But, I mean, good communication on the CSA side. Again, Union campaign is on CSA side. FSIB, Free States Brigade, and Iron Brigade merged into one for this event. leading this side. CSA campaign on Union, and they're all kind of working together on this. There's no individual token holder, which I assume anyways the token holder is the guy calling the shots.
Становимся, думаем над жизнью. Нахуя вы вообще пришли сюда?
Жизнь у нас тяжелая, да.
Это пиздец.
So, Union's going to get formed up again. We'll see where they like to push it. CSA refreshing themselves, setting them back up. Resetting, that's the right word. Putting themselves back in the woods. Again, hide. No reason to put yourself out in the open. Just tick that timer away. So, Union Artillery's rolled some guns up here. 11th Mississippi taking those guns. 30th North... Sorry. Okay, I apologize to 30th North Carolina. I swear I saw a 30th guy on the CSA side and assumed the line was there. My apologies there. And 1st Delaware is mixed in there as well.
Семечка в конец, это начало. Семечка, я тебя, блядь, умоляю, нахуй, это начало строя. Давай в конец. Все отлично. Огонь.
So we'll see where Union wants to go next. I mean, they could just repeat what they did a moment ago, but they probably go down a little more on tickets. They could try to push up on this left side, but it's a wide open field.
Господа, когда вы заспавнились, не надо, блядь, бежать в начало строя. Вам нужно бежать в конец строя. Не надо, блядь, стоять за моей жопой. Мне,
So we'll see what they do. Could try to hit around to this right side, which you do have a little bit of shenanigans.
This is mysterious.
These guys start moving as soon as I shoot.
311 Mississippi, 1 Colquitt's guy. So 30th Ohio and 42nd guy is countering.
No, I just fixed it.
Right side.
That lag that I was mentioning, I had to restart my game for. There's other people mentioning it. Yeah, it's at least in the game chat anyways.
Anybody on the left will keep.
And then someone said, I'm used to that. Which, I mean, you gotta kind of have a nicer PC for this game. Union push up in the center again. It's 11 Mississippi going at it. CSA running up the pop shots. That's HL and Iron Brigade. Kind of trading off there. And I mean, it seems like the Union adaptive strategy is try to bait CSA out to where they were last time and have the rest of the Union who's sitting back in a much more defensible position be able to get some nice shots at them. Because, I mean, you're holding up here. I mean, you can see CSA pretty much across the whole thing. Except for maybe in the center here. But you'll definitely see them when they run up to the straight fence. So it's a nice little adaptation of the strategy here. CSA not biting. I mean, they did bite a little bit, but not pushing out too much. At least, probably seeing a whole lot of Union back there. It is surprising that CSA has a good amount of guys over here for a few skirmishers, which they've pushed back. But 11 Mississippi's going to push up. Now, early camping won't hurt the Union here. That's for sure. I think they have to push up onto the road for Union to be camping. Wouldn't hurt, it wouldn't help necessarily. I mean, I guess it depends on how it goes down for if it would hurt or help. But 11 Mississippi rising up the pop shots. Let's survey the situation here. FSRB holding around the Dunker Church. Nice little area in here. Which, Sir Kill-A-Lot 2010. Have a nice little jolly time in the corner. Can you seriously not? What the heck? Oh, I was so confused because I'm like, there's a window here. Why can't I see through it? But I can see through that window. There's a thing here, and Sir Kill-A-Lot doesn't like that, it seems. I wonder if you can open this. Probably can't. Has that always been closed? Huh. Fascinating stuff. Don't tell Flores we're looking at the house. He's going to have another MTV Cribs moment. But hopefully not get the admins to be mad at him. It was Colquitt's defense last week in the Historical Rules event, the EU event for tomorrow. And I was just looking around the house because the end of the match, it was Union was getting curb stomped. Union was just sitting back and shooting. So I was like, let's look through the house, and mentioned it to Flores. Then he gave us a formal tour of the house, but it only got through the lower area of it before we were fortunately stopped. But tickets look fairly even. Both sides going to drop to engage. 11 Mississippi starting to push up a little more. So 12th VA guys getting up here as well. And it looks like Union wants to early cap the point. See Flores crouching down on it. Some other guys are up there. You just have to be in skirmishing to capture the point. CSA can easily contest, but they don't want to put themselves in the open too much with a lot of Union staring down to them that way. Like, look at that Union line. That's got to be a little intimidating if you're CSA to see that.
On the left, boys.
There's a Yankee Rambo officer on the left side. Keep watching.
So that, I assume that's the strategy, is force CSA out in the open and let the rifles rip. And I mean, CSA can at least prevent this by just trying to kill the guy. You got Leyland up here now with Melville. And CSA is going to be the first to drop engage. So this little situation, Union drops. I mean, it's dead even, but that means Union is slightly caught up on tickets. CSA left shifts to the center. Those skirmishers push out there again. This is fascinating the way to play Dunkers, that's for sure. Non-traditional way, not complaining. It's always nice to see new strategies and ideas be tried out. Although that doesn't happen too often, because usually there's a strict meta to things, especially on maps where you win a lot, which Union traditionally wins this map. But, I mean, maybe Union thinks, you know, if we try to charge on the flank, CSA is going to instantly respond and prevent us from getting in there, which you never know. I mean, as we saw kind of last match, and I mean, what we saw in Anderson's a couple weeks ago, I mean, this event, especially with everyone being at Steam Chat, there can be real good communication. And sides communicate well. So, more Unions pushed up, probably a little like 30 seconds to a minute ago. Maybe even before that. Colquitt's up here. Some IVV mixed in as well. Keeping that shootout going. CSA's trying to make this a game of time. Just, I mean, they're killing the clock sitting back and hiding. I think it makes sense for Union to early cap. Which a couple of them are raiding the Dunker Church.
Crouch, 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 crouch. We're gonna cap.
Never mind, they're just gonna sit outside and cap it. So, no, it makes sense because I mean, CSA is just killing time. Everyone has a lot of tickets. CSA, at least 9th Corps, sees maybe Union guys here, and they're gonna get them. The two frontline reporters going at it. No, they both die. Wow, the frontline reporters are dying a lot. This is unacceptable. They need to be alive all game for maximum. Kidding. Dying is the part of this game. You know, it's like playing Hell Let Loose, except Hell Let Loose. It's almost you'd say it's worse.
Check one's ready, people. Check one's ready.
I mean, at least before they made the flag change in this game, it used to be a flag would spawn someone in every 10 seconds while in formation. I think it was 15 or 20 seconds. It's been so long when the flag's in skirmishing. If it's 15 or 20 seconds, I don't remember. But what it is now, it's 5 seconds for the flag to spawn someone in 10 seconds if they're in skirmishing. That makes me think it'd be 15 seconds. But anyways, it used to be a long wait in War of Rights. The devs changed that to what I just said with a 5-second spawn time for the flags, 10 second for in skirmishing. Just because some pubs complained about it when they were playing some pub matches at one point. They were complaining that they had to wait in the screen for a long time. Because, I mean, if you look at it, right, there's 140 people on each side split up into 4 companies. Oh, that's about 35 guys a company, and if you have like 5 guys dead with a 10-second spawner, but you're waiting 50 seconds there, and a lot more could be worse. So they halved it essentially so that people could spawn in and the action would go faster. So it's much better comparable to Hell Let Loose. But what I was originally getting to is in Hell Let Loose, I mean, you spawn in, you run around for 90% of the match, and then you just die out of the blue and you don't even know who killed you from where, why. I mean, you probably know why, but they're your enemy, but a lot of running around and then just a lot of dying. Whereas War of Rights, at least, there's a little bit of action to it. So Union's about to early cap. CSA, at least pushing out of the woods. Pickett's brigade is. They're going to try to get flanking shots, which not really flanking as 30th North Carolina is countering them. Union early caps. So again, stops the black timer. Gold timer begins as 12 minutes since CSA is engaged. CSA is down tickets though, so if CSA retakes the point, they'll regain tickets. But if you're even with the defenders and tickets as an attacker, you're doing fine. Just because of how those final morale stages work. Final push, as we saw last round, attackers will have infinite spawns, but just the clock will drop down to a few minutes. If defenders hit last stand, they can't spawn in anymore. And so if both sides hit their final stages at the same time and one can spawn in and one can't anymore, that's a huge advantage to have. So I almost feel a little bad. It's like every broadcast you see these same things over and over again. I wonder if someone who's watched this for a long time, if they're like, yep, already know that. But at least for me, it seems like not a lot of people play the game, obviously, or at least know the mechanics. I mean, I know when I played this game for a long time. At least when I was playing actively in a regiment for a year or so, I didn't really know too deeply about how the point mechanics work. Took a while, but it sounded like I had never really even needed to think about it because I didn't lead a whole lot. CSA mass pushing out of the woods. They're going to try to retake the point. Union should try to fiercely hold.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Although this CSA push out's kind of scattered here. The CSA right pushed out. I thought they'd charge in. Looks like they stopped, though, to get their loads. 42nd and 30th. They're trying to hold that nipple position that's kind of been blown up by artillery. Colquitt's brigade pushed back a little bit, but Russian Legion's still holding. So more CSA inching out on this left side. CSA still keeping back on that other side. 9th Corps shifted over here. Artillery's trying to get in the fun. That was a Union arty shot that almost hit friendlies, almost hit post though. Colquitt's still trying to hold the line there and a little bit of a defilade. CSA out, really far out here, flanking. 30th and 59th. I mean, they're flanking, but CSA might need bodies if they try to charge in, but I mean, what we saw earlier, maybe CSA is just going to try to shoot the Union out of position. They are slowly starting to take it back. Union's not holding on the road, which is cap. Again, a very similar approach to what we saw last time. And so we'll see. I'm intrigued to see if CSA is going to try to throw Union off completely when they retake the point, or if they're just going to fall back. If they fall back, Union will probably just retake the point instantly again. And this is just going to repeat. And I mean, CSA's got to find a way to get a ticket lead here. Union kind of abandoning that left. Never mind, they don't. I mean, 30 North Carolina, they're still chilling there. But 11 Mississippi shifted over. They're starting to shift back. CSA retakes. They regain some tickets, but both sides lost, you know, about a half morale stage throughout that whole counterattack. So in the end, a good early cap for Union. Sure, CSA regained, but, you know, you're doing dandy as an attacker if tickets are even. But Union's going to reset. They're going to reform back up. CSA will go back into the woods, and I assume this process is... it's going to repeat.
Самое главное, не фимос. Блять, снес.
Pop and shoot, pop and shoot. Fuck 'em. They're just playing like bitches. Of course they are, that's what they are. Get your loads, boys. Get your loads.
So for now, Union keeping it a shootout. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, we've seen a couple times too in this event. I mean, even on this map, last time we played it in this event, is everyone's got their tokens, and they have limited manpower, and depending on how many casualties you take during the match, your token loses that many tickets. You can wipe a token. So, I mean, on top of CSA regaining tickets, that just means Union can kill more. So, there's that other way to think about it as well. We've seen attackers dominate a round and early cap the point, and then purposely let the defenders retake to regain tickets. But 11 Mississippi pushing back up. They're going to, again, repeat. And why not? It worked really well for you in tickets.
Housekeeping. No. Housekeeping. Do not disturb. Please do not disturb. Housekeeping. Hello. No, don't shoot. No. Yeah, now the housekeeping's here, boys. Now the housekeeping.
Ninth Corps is going to pop up. Their job's been really to stop this cap. Can they do it again?
Thank you, shut your bitch ass up. Fuck you. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. How did I miss that? I fucked.
I got team killed. One man left, so Soul Rain. On the opposite side, you got Old Card Kid and Resolute. Ha. Rip that door. I don't even know how it's functional if that side's broken. Oh, some more 11 Mississippi guys roll up. So they're still taking it. CSA's even down tickets right now. I mean, just even that little skirmish and maybe the shootout that's happening as well. Causing that to occur. But, I mean, Union side's playing a very systematic match here. And, I mean, that's... I don't know, it's rough for CSA.
I was trying to protect him. There's a Yankee there.
I can't. I'm stuck in the stalls. Help.
What the... Oh.
There's a dirty Yankee there.
How's he in the pew? Wait.
I got another.
What is that? Like the blue letter there.
Hello, can I come in the church? There's a lot.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
Oh my! HL's charging out. They don't want the cap to happen. They almost capped it. I'm gonna do a drive-by. Union push up, seeing that, but outside the drive-by, 42nd and 30th are gonna engage this. This will hit CSA to take in losses. Well, the Mississippi, though, kind of flanked by that push-up, though. But here come Union reinforcements, Russian Legion and Colquitts. Union already getting involved as well, CSA backing off.
Блять, это наши впереди или это противник? Это противник, ебать, много.
I mean, this is a very sound strategy from the Union side. There's not a lot of ways CSA can pull this off. And while I'm CSA, I let the Union early cap right now. Well, never mind. Take that back. I was going to say, right, Union becomes a defender when they early cap. Try to push them in the last stand, which you needed to do that when Union was very... I guess they could still do it. Never mind, they can't. I take that back. Man, it got even confusing for me there for a second. But the thing is, right, depending on the defender morale stage, that gold timer is going to be different when an early cap starts. So, since CSA is now on taking losses, it's going to be 7 minutes instead of 12 minutes. But if CSA was engaged and Union early capped, it would be 12 minutes, and CSA would have 12 minutes to knock the Union down to last stand, which when they're barely engaged, you have enough time to do that. 12 minutes is enough time to knock someone down 2 morale stages in the last stand. So maybe a missed opportunity there from CSA, but it looks like maybe they weren't thinking of that, potentially. But both sides now taking losses. CSA really just trying to prevent that early cap, which is so far has not helped with tickets. I mean, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Only company K. Company K. Company K. What the fuck? HQ hold.
So Union pushes up again. 30th North Carolina this time. Gonna do the cap. Instead of holding up on the church, they're holding back in the road, trying to bait CSA to go more into the open. Nice little change there. And CSA not going to push up as soon, so Union takes point. 7-minute counterattack. CSA instantly pushing out. 42nd in the front.
On the line here, 40 fire front.
Independent fire ones.
Trying to hold a little further back so they don't overextend and get completely shattered. Union trying to go up and over. Look at that Union group on the left side of the screen. They're not shooting at all. They're getting their loads. Here they come.
Hey, coming up the nipple, off the road, let them bleed.
Yeah, watch it, close left.
Focus that fucking road, fly down, I got it. I got it.
CSA already down a fourth of a morale stage, but doesn't matter if they retake, they get the point back. Some CSA directly on the point. HL, Pickett's Brigade, pushing up the flank, really moving in. First Delaware, bus in front. Have not seen that name in a while.
Right side of the line, hit this group coming. Get these guys, get these guys, get these guys.
That was terrible shooting, guys. Terrible.
If I'm Union, I retreat the flags and I charge up my infantry at this point, right? CSA is going to regain a third of a morale station tickets. You don't want them to regain that unless, again, for the campaign purposes, you're trying to deal as many casualties as possible. Which, in that viewpoint, not charging up here would make sense. But in normal War of Rights, where there's no tabletop, you want to charge up here and lose as many tickets as possible so that defenders can't regain as many. But it looks like CSA is not even on the point anymore. It's just National Decay. And so Union can hold this if they want to. Union's basically pushed CSA off outside a little bit of Pickett's Brigade there. They pushed them off the area completely. So good hold on Union.
Smart Flores, that's the problem. You heard the man. Hold. Watch left, watch left.
And they're gonna try to cap it. I don't know if they can though. They don't have a lot of guys. So CSA almost retake. If they thrust forward, they can retake. Again, casualties don't matter if you're CSA, if you're just trying to regain tickets, but that does not happen. 4:20 on the clock. What an arty shot. HL moving up to reinforce, but that arty shot was perfect. Union might be able to hold this. They might not want to, though. We'll see.
Got the flag?
That'd be kind of cool if, which I don't know if the red brick showing is like a bullet hitting it or something, but it'd be cool if your cannon shot could like, I mean, cannons affect the fences, all of them in the game. That'd be really cool if they could impact buildings. Which I don't think CSA would appreciate if you could destroy the Dunker Church. 42nd PA pushing out again, trying to go around HL behind that. And they're going to try to get around the Union right side.
Shoulder to shoulder, balance, keep on going. Don't stop, gentlemen, keep it going.
Yeah, flag fisher then.
So CSA wiped the Union right. They have reinforcements trickling in. Union facing that way with a good amount of numbers. They're actually going to charge in. That's a lot more Union, though. And so CSA may be losing a flag. They lose two, a third. There goes three. And that's a huge charge for Union there. Completely hold the point. It's probably the first time I've heard that soundbite played fully from either Doug or Flores. They have a little bit they play when they charge. It's like a Gettysburg thing. Or it's Dixie. That's going to be what we're going to put on the poll for award rights yearly yearly awards. It was the best charge theme. Just the Gettysburg music would win. Actually, I don't know about that. Gettysburg is a nice soundtrack, though. 2 minutes left on the gold timer. CSA back at their main spawn, starting to push back out. CSA should be able to retrieve all their flags. Only one more down. And, you know, it's unlikely CSA wins the game at this point. Unions pretty much control the match, however you look at it. And so if you're CSA, now, if you're trying to play just to play the game, right, they should obviously retake the point here if Union lets them. But you almost wonder, for campaign purpose, CSA just doesn't even retake. They just sit back and let the round end. I mean, that would be a really anticlimactic end to the match. But strategy-wise, you know, it can make sense. But it looks like Iron Brigade and 9th Coast push up. Or maybe there's something else I'm not thinking of with the rules. Who knows? Hello, Uniarty. And from what I'm seeing in the Union chat, they want CSA to retake this. 40 seconds left. CSA shifting out, trying to get around the Union left. Not on point, though. Now they will be on point. PB pushing on here. 30 seconds left. And Union's going to purposely give up the point here as CSA get a mad flank. 42nd, 30th is charging this. Trying to get some flags down, maybe.
Cut up their retreat. Like this, cut up their retreat.
Good job, good job.
We check out.
And that's 2 flags down. Overtime starts. Union should be able to recover those flags. The CSA is not going to hold out in the open there with Union on the hill here, but CSA will regain about a morale stage in tickets. Both sides will be at a very low taking losses. And once CSA hits breaking, Union can cap and win. I wonder if Union, I mean, because they just gave up the point there. I wonder if the Union side is just going to get this. And they have a lot of time. They could just shoot this out the rest of the match. They could just try to charge around the side and get into the woods to deal casualties. They're not going to run up and cap right away, which, again, if you're Union, you normally would. But, again, campaign creates interesting scenarios, which people have varying opinions about. But it is what it is. That's why you can, you know, that's why there's multiple events and you can choose them. It's a glorious thing. We love capitalism and competition, the free market. And just like that, we've become a political channel. Thank you all for watching. Fun times, that's for sure. So 11 Mississippi pushes up again. I will say, right, technically both sides aren't breaking yet. Now, if I'm CSA, I turtle. Now, I don't know if the rules permit that. We'll note that. Because I know they had some fiasco on, I don't remember what map it was. I think it was Anderson's a while ago. But if I'm CSA, I let Union early cap if they want to. And then charge them out and try to hit them in the last stance. And yeah, you hit them in the last stand and retake the point and win. Again, the point mechanics are something of a beauty here. Oh. Featuring the newest treadmill of 1862. You get stuck on the stairwell. Oh.
Holy shit.
So you do have HL pushing up, trying to get some shots. A couple of them getting hit. CSA, it's breaking. So if Union caps, they win instantly.
Hold fire, boys. Hold fire until we get the...
But there goes Union as well. So CSA unlikely to win the game at this point. I mean, we'll see how far Union goes to try to get casualties, because that could really bite them in the rear end. But I mean, I don't know the importance of winning a match versus trying to wipe a token. I assume wiping a token would be more important. 11 Mississippi pushing up, starting to cap it. CSA will most likely try to stop it again. Union's just trying to bait CSA to get into the open where most of their team can just let it rip. I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful lines here. CSA keeping their distance, not charging in yet. I mean, they do hold the point there. 9th Corps doing what they do. And I think Dragon just got team killed. Maybe. At least the... Actually, looking at his chat, it looks like he wasn't, but where the bullet came from, it kind of looked like it.
We're doing fucking great, brothers. We're doing fucking great. Keep popping them. Keep popping.
But this match is, at least the rest of this match, probably is going to be drawn out unless CSA just lets Union cap. I mean,
Good shot,
I almost wonder if CSA just thinks they can win this game, which is why they're still playing as competitive as they can. And it could be very well the case. It just seems highly improbable, which that's... don't ever say the odds, because you never know what can happen in this game, but... CQB pushing up on the right side. Rip the nipple corner. Who's this Union guy all the way back here? Too high. He's vibing. But CSA... reacting cold quits, 42nd and 30th, just push out on the side and get shots.
Once you're loaded, bring it forward. Bring it forward.
More Union now starting to push up. That's Russian Legion there. 30th North Carolina as well. Union slightly down on tickets right now. I mean, CSA has just kept themselves in the woods for the most part, shooting it out with Union in decent cover, except they're now exposing themselves over here, 42nd and 30th pushing out. Really far out.
Take aim.
Holy crap. More CSA pushing up in the center here. I think they saw they had a ticket lead and they're maybe seeing if they could press that advantage a little bit. Which Iron Brigade 3rd US are pushing out into the center on point. Tickets even right back out. Union shifts, Russian Legion. And Pickett's Brigade's charging out at Union.
Localize, guys, localize.
Hold the line. Fuck you, you Yankee bitch.
42nd, 30th charging out on the right side as well. Union get pushed back. Flags are down. Tickets still fairly even. And so CSA is going to get the wipe there. They aren't able to get any Union flags, which real unfortunate. They might keep pushing this though. they have one more chance to maybe get him down, and that's here. I mean, next kind of engagement, both sides will drop to their final stage. So that's one down. Gets back up, though. Full bowl. He's going to run it out. So CSA not able to get any flags down or down tickets. And this is going probably exactly how you would want it if you're Union side here.
Get that flag back up. Good job. Good job.
I mean, good job on Union flag bearers to get the flags out when needed. Keeping them alive. And CSA is going to hold up here on the victory hill. At least gives a little bit of cover from artillery. Although, since the guns are pushed up, that might not be necessarily true. Meanwhile, a couple First Delaware guys are doing a little sneaky move. Which they're very much seen, but it's besides the point.
Hey, have you heard of our Lord and Savior the Haunts?
He said Haunts and died, so Haunts is... Not it. Not it.
The guys at the church.
Killix is one left. He gets a kill, though. And he goes down. And boom goes dynamite. So Union main spawns pushing in now. You got some going out for a flank while some are just going straight at. CSA hopping up and over. They have to hit Union down in the final push as soon as possible. Just so you can lower that black timer and give Union not a lot of time to do what they want to do. But CSA will hit last stand as well. They're probably going to hit it before Union hits final push. Pending anything crazy. I mean, Union's going in a little scattered. CSA is a lot more formed up, so maybe CSA with a little head on tickets.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep up the fire.
Union has some open order on the outside. Nice lines here from 11 Mississippi. Union hits final push first. Drops to 4 minutes. Every life matters for the CSA side now. Union artillery gets a kill by shooting the gun right through the position. And they hit last stand, so if they die, they don't come back. CSA gonna start pulling back a little bit in the cover. Union's gonna charge.
Don't shoot friendlies. Hold this back line, please.
A CSA needs to advance. You gotta wipe Union flags. If you don't wipe the Union flags, they're just gonna be able to sit over here and respawn all their guys in. Wiping the flags is the biggest priority. Which now they're gonna countercharge. Or maybe they just wanted to countercharge more together instead of trickling forward. Which, that is 4 Union flags. I mean, there's a lot of flags down. It looks like 4 or 3 Union flags are down. I don't know where the 4th would be. At least that looks kind of like it, so... 4 Union flags are down, meaning if they die, they have to spawn main. CSA, oh, how many guys do they have left? Our frontline reporter, still alive and well. But when Uncle Dragon dies here, we can tell you how many lives that the CSA has left. CSA cannot let Union just walk up and pick up these flags. Again, the mobile respawns are going to be huge for the Union to get. And CSA is just letting them pick it up. That's a mistake. I mean, I get you don't want to put yourselves up in the open here, but Union, if they can spawn guys up over here or up here, that's huge for Union because they don't have to spawn in main and trickle up like they are right now. I mean, Union's going in as a trickle. CSA now push up. I think a little too late, though. Get there trying to hide a little bit. They get a nice volley and knock some flags down. 1:40 left. 64 CSA soldiers left. CSA needs more bodies on point when the clock hits 0. Union needs the opposite.
Reinforce the right.
The right's nice shot.
And Union's, at least some of their guys, running around 11 Mississippi, 30th North Carolina, starting to do that. A minute 17 left, and Union Center's going to charge this.
Southwest, south. Southwest, southwest, southwest. Countercharge, southwest.
And I think Union's just trying to get on point, and that's going to spread CSA out. 45 CSA soldiers left. 1 minute. 30 left. And that's going to do it. TSA is going to lose this match. 20 left. That's over. Really a well-fought round here by both sides. CSA, you know, they just sat back, waited for Union to move in on them, tried to surround them and shoot it out, which worked initially. I mean, it killed a good amount of time. They weren't losing a lot of tickets, at least compared to Union side. Maybe even getting a little ahead. But Union switched up their strategy, kept one group forward, early capped it, drew CSA out, and the rest of Union just shot them down, and that worked well. But Union, on an early cap that they probably could have held, gave up the point back to CSA to draw more casualties on the CSA. Sure, it does for the Union side as well, but the CSA campaign on Union side will get the win. Good 2 rounds today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and our daily clips channel in the description as well. And if you're playing in this match, whether it be recording and uploading later or live streaming, send me a link and I'll put it in the pinned comment of the video. War of Rights, yearly award nominations, that form is in the pinned comment as well. But I appreciate you guys. Could not do this without you guys. Means the world. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.